Welcome to another edition of the MCDFL Footy Show. We're fast approaching the halfway mark of the season and we're ripping into round 7. My name's Yeendy, excited to be with you as always. And I've got Shane Anwell, the operations manager, mate. I hope you enjoyed the break, mate. You feeling refreshed?
Oh, yeah, certainly looking forward to another round of good football across the region.
Yeah, fingers crossed we get some great weather to boot as we did in the previous round as we look ahead to the big first game of the other round. And we've got games on Saturday and on Sunday. Saturday's games, we start with Carisbrook v Talbot, and Carisbrook, they were pushed to get by the Saints the previous week, and Talbot, they're coming off a couple of good wins in recent weeks too.
Yeah, certainly was a good game, Carisbrook last week, but I think they will be too strong for Talbot this week. Talbot have been kicking some good scores of late, but I don't think they'll get over the line.
I'm tipping them to get a little bit close, maybe within the 3 to 5 goal bracket at worst case scenario. Otherwise, who knows, an upset could very well be on the cards. Harcourt versus Maldon. Harcourt was involved in a big game last weekend, and Maldon, they weren't too bad against Denali. I like the way they played their footy.
Look, I don't think, unfortunately, Maldon are going to get their first win of the year. I think Harcourt are going to be too strong. Harcourt's certainly going to play finals, I would imagine, this year. So I think a little bit of pain might continue for Maldon and Harcourt for me.
Yeah, they might have a little bit of pain for some time to come, Maldon, because although they do face Campbell's Creek next week, so we'll see how that one unfolds. Next game, we've got Lexington v Avoca, and Avoca, they faced a hard-hitting Navarre side last week, so they've got a bit of form to come back on.
Yeah, that's right. Look, both coming off a loss 2 weeks ago before the break. Lexington, of course, that two-point loss to Harcourt, which was a good game, but I think I'm going to go for Avoca in this one. I think they're probably been thereabouts and they're about due. I think they'll get over the line. I'm
going to have a crack at Lexington here. I think that 2-point loss would have hurt, and they had any side had a chance to win that one against Avoca. Between Lexington and Harcourt. So looking forward to Lexington bouncing back there. We've got Natty Bielba versus Navarre. This is two of the league heavyweights going head to head. What a game this promises to be.
Yeah, that's right. Look, it's first versus third this week. Natty Bielba just flying along quite nicely. Navarre are doing quite well as well, so you can't discount them. Certainly game of the round. I think, though, Natty Bielba will keep going on their undefeated ways.
It's going to be a big test for the Swans because they haven't been challenged too much this year. They've had some really big wins over some good opposition over the year. So do you think Navarre would be sitting in the box seat thinking they're a big chance to take this one?
Oh, look, I'm sure they'll go into the game thinking they're a good chance, which certainly they will be. Look, I think it probably could be a toss of the coin, really, the way that game goes if they're both playing to the top of their game. But I just think Natty Bielba probably just a little bit too much polish at the moment, yep. And I think they'll get there.
No arguments there. As you say, they do have a bit of polish. I think this will be a game that will define them this year. As we sort of spoke about Trentham fairly recently when they took on Carisbrook. That would be the game that defined Trentham to see where they're at, and they did all the positive things there just to make the competition a bit tighter in the top 4 to 6 bracket. Newstead versus Maryborough Rovers. Newstead, look, they had to bounce back here after the big loss to the Natty Bielba side last week.
Yeah, they do need to. They've had 2 wins so far this season. They probably might have thought they'd have a couple more or thereabouts, and I think they're going to certainly have a crack at this one, and I think they'll get over the line. Yeah,
it should be a cracker. I'm hoping Maryborough Rovers sort of pick up a little bit, and I know they are a finals contender. This is the one they need to win, but if Newstead get up, then they're well and truly in the mix because there's not much separating, I think, 7th from 10th at this stage of the season. As the last Saturday game, we've got Trentham versus Denali. Trentham will be eager to bounce back after the loss to Carisbrook. Denali, winning form's good form.
It is. Winning form is good form, but not when you come up against Trentham, and I don't think Denali are going to do 2 in a row. Trentham should do that quite easy.
Yeah, no arguments there, mate. As we turn our attention to the Sunday game, we got Campbell's Creek v Royal Park. Your tip for this one?
My tip, Royal Park in this one.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go Campbell's Creek. I'm going to go home side on this one. I think they've got a chance to get a couple of wins on the board at this time of the year after the break, feeling nice and refreshed, and be eager to see how they go as we fire up for a massive weekend of MCDFL footy, mates. And thanks so much for joining us again this week.
No worries. Looking forward to it again.